Questions to ask throughout a campaign with the confidence rising. I told EEF don't switch, good times are coming on even deep diving. Fan cams, reactions, watch along, still the pride of London thriving. The Eagles of South, they flying. Keep your eyes on us, we ain't hiding.
Good morning, good afternoon, and yeah, good evening. Yeah, that's I had my own intro right. I got my own intro wrong there. Welcome back to the Premier League review show. It's game week 6, and just before we get on with the reports on all the games, here's something for you guys to watch.
Hey guys, this is just a disclaimer to let you know that the upcoming video discusses a sad topic. This is essentially a trigger warning for those that may have been affected by the loss of someone due to a critical health condition or will find the following topic uncomfortable.
Yes guys, so this part is going to be something a little bit more serious.
Eagle-eyed Football are trying to raise some money to go towards Make-A-Wish Foundation UK.
You're probably wondering, what is Make-A-Wish? Well, I'm going to run you through what they describe themselves to be.
Over 60,000 children in the UK have been diagnosed with a critical condition, changing their lives and the lives of their families forever.
Then the joy of childhood is brought to an abrupt end, with treatment plans, hospital visits, and sleepless nights taking over.
Make-A-Wish revives a childhood stolen by critical illness. It brings light and joy to children and their loved ones and leaves a profound and lasting impact on all of their lives.
No child deserves getting their childhood taken away from them. So we wanted to do something that would give them back some relief and joy.
We will be using GoFundMe to raise these donations. There is the option for the donation to go directly to the charity, so we will be doing that. We will not be taking any profit from this in any way.
We are trying to raise £500 by the 30th of December, and £150 of that will be donated by our group. Whether we make it to £500 or we go above it, is great to know that we've helped a good cause. No donation is too small and no donation is too big.
Also, because you guys have been such great subscribers, that on the 30th of December we will pick a name at random out of the donations and they will be receiving a thank you prize from Eagle-eyed Football.
The person who wins these sweepstakes will be receiving a free Eagle-eyed Football hoodie and an Eagle-eyed Football mug. Good luck.
The link to the GoFundMe is on the screen now. It's also in the description. But without any further ado, let's get back to the stream. Thanks for watching.
And there we are, guys. So please, it would be amazing if you could donate whatever you can to that. And as it was said, sweepstake takes place at the end of the year. Hopefully you take part in that. So thank you very much for that. Right, I'm going to swap it over to the Premier League. Here we are. So where do we start? Let's start with perhaps the most dreary game of the game week, shall we? We're going to go over to Selhurst Park. Now, obviously, you can go ahead and go watch the match review. This really just was a nothing game. Fulham, who don't have the best record in London derbies, Crystal Palace, who also don't have the best record in London derbies, especially when it comes to teams other than Fulham and West Ham. When you're talking about your Chelseas, your Arsenals, your Tottenhams, it gets a little bit squiffy. Sam Johnston, though, starred in this match, performing a triple save in the first half, and this was tremendous. This is what pretty much kept Palace in the game. Both teams sharing a point. Not a lot else to say about this. Crystal Palace, who were also in action tonight, of which you can also join us here again on the Eagle-eyed Football channel. Join us for the live stream as we face Manchester United in the Carabao Cup at Old Trafford. Let's move on. Luton and Wolves now up at Kenilworth Road. This follows on from a good old trend, and what do you know? It's Darren England again. Oh my words. Right, so let's start off with the red card. Jean-Rick Bellegarde sent off goes in for a challenge, legs get tangled up, and there's a bit of a handbag situation. And all of a sudden, Bellegarde stamps on the Luton player's leg, causing an immediate red card. And he just it's an idiotic decision, of which Wolves certainly need to clamp down on, because Gary O'Neill said that the disciplinary issue is getting out of hand now. Wolves have had the most players sent off this year. In terms of January 2023 to current time, Wolves have had the worst disciplinary record in the Premier League. So it needs to be sorted out, and it needs to be sorted out quickly, because Bellegarde will obviously be unavailable for a number of games now. But let's talk about the Neto goal. Pedro Neto getting a goal here. He received the ball off a wonderful counter. It's very, very pacey. Receives the ball, passes it off, runs in from the right-hand flank, and fires it into the roof of the net. And he's exuberant in his celebration. Very, very good for him to be off the mark as well, off a wonderful counter. Let's talk about the penalty decision. So this was highlighted by Tim Sherwood, who was on Soccer Saturday, as well as backed up by Mike Dean as well. Now, if you go back to last week's episode, I spoke about how much focus we're giving to pundits reacting to the decisions, whereas inside the actual game, we're not getting the correct decision being made. So the ball deflects off of João Gomez. Now, the referees judged this to have hit his hand or hit his arm first. The arm is in an unnatural position, so his arm's up there. All right. The ball, however, has come off his thigh, negating that. So the ball, yes, the ball hits his arm, but the ball has deflected off his thigh, which negates, therefore, the handball, as the rules state. The passage of play is reset from the deflection. As we said, from the Arsenal-Everton game, the passage of play resets off the deflection. This is a brand new passage of play. The referee is basically given the penalty. He gives the penalty. VAR shows him, no. The ball deflected off. The referee, however, sticks with the on-field decision yet again. Shades of Villa coming back. And it is a penalty which Carlton Morris scores, but Luton will probably find no problem with this. They are finally, after 6 weeks of Premier League football, off the mark. They get their first point, and the only way is up from here, Luton Town. The only way is up. So let's move on. We're going to go over to the championship leaders, the league leaders. I guess you could say championship, but then again, we're not in the championship, so it's apples and oranges, you know. So, Man City, RODRI. Hang on. So, hang on. I wonder have I got that video? No, I don't. Hang on. I'm just gonna play a little clip here.
Hold on. What's this guy doing? Like, something's wrong. Like,
thanks, JC. JC just chiming in there. RODRI, what have you done? What'd you do? sorry. I've got to do it again. I've got to play it again.
hold on. What's this guy doing? Like, something's wrong. Like,
can you tell that's my new favorite clip? Yeah, RODRI. Before we talk about the goals, we're just going to go straight ahead to the red card. So, officially, RODRI is sent off. I've got to change it back to the yellow scheme here. Hang on. There we go. So, RODRI is sent off officially for violent conduct. He's put his hands to the neck of Morgan Gibbs-White, not once, not even twice, but 3 times. 3 times, or at least it's around the neck area. But Gibbs-White does make a meal of it, you know, as you would. You need, if you want to get the advantage over here of a City here, you're going to have to get a critical player sent off. Yeah, RODRI's sent off pretty much seconds into the second half. But before that, let's talk about the goals. Phil Foden and Erling Haaland getting off the mark with 2 goals inside 7 minutes of each other. The Foden goal, let's talk about that first. Great lead up into the goal with a powerful half volley supplied by Kyle Walker, who gets the assist. It was pretty much rinse and repeat for the Haaland goal, with the cross coming in off the right-hand side, and Erling Haaland just leaps up into the air. He's a rocket ship. He just towers over all of the Forest defence. Nice little head off into the goal. Bit of a pause there. Not gonna lie, caught that myself. Haaland gets another goal, but RODRI, I think Rich had something to say here.
Just ain't looking good, man. It's not looking good at all.
Thanks, Rich. Thanks very much. My co-hosts may not be here live, but they are here in spirit. No, I'm not going to fire shots this time. Nah, no. I got in trouble for that last week, and I got not happening this week. No. I like my co-hosts. Yes, they are wonderful. I am not at all being paid to say this. Help. Oh dear, this is what happens when I'm by myself. Right. Let's go into London again. Brentford 1, Everton 3. This was a cracking game on the Saturday. So this was the first late kickoff of the evening. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who starred in this. That's the wrong title.
Just ain't looking good, man. It's not looking good at all.
Should we just forget that ever happened, please? I would like loyal viewers. Thank you, all 3 of you. Right. Let's not talk about Manchester United. Let's talk about Brentford and Everton. However, so Everton finally, after 6 weeks, get their first win. So much like Luton Town, Everton have finally gotten their first win of the season. And what do you know? It's Abdullahi Doucouré, the man who scored the goal that kept them up, the man who scored the first goal of the season, and now he scores the first goal in what would eventually be Everton's first win. So there's a nice common trend here that if you've got Doucouré in your team, things are looking good. So Doucouré scores well taken goal. He really had a great game in this one. Just missing out on a nomination for Team of the Week, in fact, which we'll get onto later on. Doucouré, who hits the post of the goal. I'm having a mare. Help me out here, guys. Help me out. He hits the post straight afterwards. Almost gets a brace. JC, if he's in the comments, he knows what kind of brace. It's the normal kind of brace. Matthias Jensen equalizes off a Janel assist. All the J's. Just poor defending in this one, Everton. Poor defending. They almost undo themselves. Leaving Jensen unmarked. Well taken, easy goal. Yeah. Not looking good on that one. But in the second half, it would turn around with Brentford. I didn't even know he used to play for this, but I didn't know that James Tarkowski used to play for Brentford. So the more you know. He returns. Can you say return? because he was at Burnley for a while. I'm not going to say return. He scores off a well good header there, delivered from a corner. Dominic Calvert-Lewin comes on just before that, and he takes a cool and calm finish to finally get off the mark. Hopefully, this means he's putting his injury crisis behind him. He's a well-rated striker. Unfortunately, his injuries just mean he just falls down the pecking order in terms of everyone rating him. So, yeah. But yeah, Brentford undone by Everton, and yeah, well done. Well done, Everton. It's a first win for you lot. Right, now let's actually talk about Burnley and Manchester United. Burnley, who really did give themselves a good account in this game here. Okay, don't let the scoreline fool you. This was not a Manchester United game. This was Burnley. Burnley deserved a goal from this. They tested Andre Onana right off from the start. Amdouni had plenty of chances to score here, but it was just Onana actually decided, I'm a goalkeeper. Let me be a goalkeeper for once. It would be the unlikeliest of Manchester United players would step up in this game. Johnny Evans. You heard me right. Johnny freaking Evans. He would have a goal overturned by VAR in the lead up. I think there was an offside call in that. However, Johnny Evans would actually get involved in the actual goal that would appear. He would supply Bruno Fernandes. This was a brilliant finish. Caught straight on the volley. First time goal. Nothing any goalkeeper could do about that, because that is a venomous shot from Bruno. 3 points for Ten Hag. Work to be done, though, for Manchester United. Obviously, I think Ten Hag certainly needs to get this Jadon Sancho situation sorted out very, very quickly. Whether we see whether we see a full strength Manchester United tonight, this is the League Cup. Manchester United obviously have the Champions League to worry about. They have the league to worry about. They need to get things sorted out behind back doors. So yeah, it's work to be done for Manchester United there. Right, let's talk about one of two main events that we have for the Premier League review show. Let's kick off with the North London derby, Ange Postecoglou's first North London derby. You could say this was Postecoglou's first real test in his tenure as Spurs manager. But he kept cool, he kept calm. Unfortunately, Christian Romero has a mare. He has an absolute nightmare in this game. In the 26th minute, he sticks out a leg, causes the ball to go squiffy, and it rolls into the net, allowing Bukayo Saka to, well, he wanted to claim this goal, I imagine. But no, Romero claims is on the unfortunate recipient of the own goal. Straight after that, James Maddison just gets caught in no man land by Gabriel Jesus, caught unaware. Great chance missed here to double the lead here. Absolutely just skied it. After which, David Raya, who started in this game over Aaron Ramsdale, continuing on from the Champions League game in which... no, sorry, I've got myself wrong. It's the Everton game in which Raya started, which the tabloids seem to be jumping on with a somewhat, Aaron Ramsdale's is being pushed out. Whereas, as much as Sky would love to report that, because they showed, they wanted to show Aaron Ramsdale applauding David Raya off this fantastic save, which it was a good save. They want to make a mountain out of a molehill. But yeah, right. Let's talk about the Son equalizer. 1-on-3 this was. Usually you have to pay triple for that. That's a pause. That's a pause. So there you go. There's your clip. So timestamp that one. Assist goes to James Maddison, sort of like making up for the poor mistake which allowed Jesus in. Pretty much puts it into halftime. It's 1-1. And then Christian Romero. Not a day that he's going to look back on fondly. A Romero handball is given. Saka steps up. Finally does get his goal here. He does love scoring. He's an Arsenal boy. But then the substitution choices. Mikel Arteta. You didn't really cover yourself in glory in this one, did you? Jorginho comes on. He has an absolute howler. Gives the ball away. Son immediately equalizes. All that hard work undone. And it pretty much ends up 2-2 between the two North London teams. And I would certainly say, out of the two teams, Spurs looked the better. Spurs looked more organised, more calm, more decisive. So, yeah. Arsenal, I think, just looked a little bit panicky. Panicky is the word I'm going to use here. Yes. I don't think Arsenal really displayed the talent that we saw from them last season. I think case in point is the inclusion of Kai Havertz. Stop including Kai Havertz in your team. He's absolutely rubbish. Right. Enough about that. Let's go down to the South Coast. This is going to be a short show, I think. We are rattling through these games here. This might be the shortest Premier League review show ever. Right. Clear my throat. Brighton 3, Bournemouth 1. Brighton goalkeeper Verbruggen. He almost does a James Maddison. Just rolls the ball out. He's got it at his feet. Rolls the ball out, rolls the ball out, rolls the ball out. And then gets tackled. And then he's just like, oh my God, what happened? He wakes up. He's got 2 Brighton of his defenders to his left, 3 to his right. He could have passed the ball at any point, but no, he just takes the ball out of his box. He gets tackled by Ryan Christie, wakes up, and Solanke just lobs them all. Easy goal for Solanke in the 25th minute. Unfortunately, Bournemouth would sort of undo themselves. Milos Kerkez would unfortunately be on the receiving end of an own goal off a corner, heads it into his own net before half-time, and pretty much says to Brighton, yeah, you guys are getting back into this. Kaoru Mitoma is brought on as a substitution and scores 17 seconds into the second half. It's pretty much mathematical from there. He gets his second goal in the 77th minute, wrapping up all 3 points. Bournemouth really just switched off. I think Kerkez's own goal sort of just deflated the morale of Bournemouth here. Brighton, who bring on Mitoma, he's become the talisman after Alexis McAllister and Caicedo have left. So yeah, Brighton 3, Bournemouth 1. Right. Shall we talk about the biggest embarrassment in the Premier League? Yes. I'm going to just leave that there. Embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. The worst start to a Chelsea season who've been in the top flight. So this is going back to the old Division 1 days. Since this is their worst start since the 1978-79 season.
Just ain't looking good, man. It's not looking good at all.
Thanks, Rich. I'm not going to lie. I'm also going to use a clip that I've not yet used here on the Eagle-Eyed Football channel. Yeah. Chelsea, y'all are a dickhead! Thanks, guys. I just had to use that one clip as there as well. This is getting embarrassing now. This really is just getting embarrassing for Chelsea. So let's talk about the game. Let me actually right. Let me give some praise here. Roberto Sanchez does pull off some Robert Sanchez rather does pull off some good saves. Martinez also pulls off some good fine saves in the first half. In the second half, it all just goes out the window because Chelsea evidently they've forgotten how to play football. I'd be embarrassed if I went and paid good money to watch Chelsea Football Club as a supporter. If I got offered a ticket to go watch Chelsea, I'd be like, nah, I'm all right. It makes you think, was Poch the right choice? There's the question. That's the question of the show. Was Poch the right choice? Let me change it. There we go. Answers in the comments there, guys. Was Pochettino the right choice for Chelsea? Because evidently, obviously, you've gone through a rebuild. As I've said, 6 weeks in a row now. You have to be patient, okay? You're not gonna hit the ground running with a whole brand new squad. But this is getting ridiculous now. 6 weeks, 1 win. Right, Malo Gusto is sent off. He goes in on a stupid challenge on Luca Digne. Ridiculous. Absolutely. It boggles the mind. It really, really does. It boggles the mind. He is first judged to be a yellow card. Referee Jared Gile, he is sent over to the monitor. As VAR says this is actually a red card foul. He's then duly sent off. And I always love, I always just take great pleasure in seeing a player's confusion when they get sent off. They're like, huh? Huh? What? Me? Yes! You moron! You went in on his ankle. And you're expecting me sent off? No, not me. It wasn't me. Oh, God. I'd love to get an IQ test on football players. Just to see just how stupid you must be to think, Chelsea Football Club, that sounds like a good destination for my career. Right, Ollie Watkins. Let's talk about Ollie Watkins. He's had a fine showing in Aston Villa's Europa League campaigns. I've got my first comment. Oh, my God. It's Rich! I've got a comment! Yay! Someone's actually watching. This isn't me being sarcastic. This is genuine enthusiasm right now. I've got a comment. It's only taken half an hour. Oh, dear. It's a busy week on the channel, guys. It's a busy week. But big up, Rich. Thank you very much for joining in the comments there. Ollie Watkins gets his first Premier League goal of the season. He's had a fine showing in the Europa League campaign, as I've said. 73rd minute. Well taken goal. Just a quick one, though, Watkins. when you celebrate, would you not run towards your own fans who were in the opposite direction instead you run towards the Chelsea fans who were in the other direction? Like I'm all for shithousery, okay? I'm all for shithousery. I don't care if it's pre-watershed. It's the Premier League review show. No one's watching. I'm all for shithousery, okay? I love it. But your fans are in the opposite direction, mate. You're about to get back-to-back wins over Chelsea, which Aston Villa have never done in Premier League history. Run towards your fans. Celebrate. It's your first Premier League goal of the season, mate. That way. Go the other way next time. Actually, no. Actually, having said that, because Chelsea are just utter, they are the drizzling shits right now. Fuck it. Celebrate in front of them. Wind them up. Because, it's so good to see Chelsea just mid-table mediocrity. Right. From one rebuild to the next. Liverpool. Let's talk about Liverpool and West Ham. Now, this is not going to be me. Oh my God, I've got 5 viewers. That's the most we've ever had. Hi. Right, let's talk about Liverpool, West Ham. Now, this is in no way me criticizing West Ham because they gave themselves a very, very good show. Okay. You just...
Yo, Nicky, what are you saying?
Hello. I was not expecting a co-host. This is nice. Hello. Good to see you, Rich. Obviously, I'm going to be seeing you for the Man United game as well. How are you?
I'm good. Busy day at work. Very busy day at work.
I can imagine.
Just stepped through the door. And it doesn't stop there when you've got kids. So
I can imagine, mate. I can imagine. Well, I do appreciate you jumping on
no problems.
for however long you can, if you can stick with us. I'm just going to talk about the Liverpool game. Early chances here for West Ham, who really equipped themselves very, very well. It is a Salah penalty who gets the goal, first goal of the game, 16th minute. That penalty was venomous. You don't save that, Areola. Just before the first half finishes, Jared Bowen with a diving header at the feet of Van Disney. Now I don't want to criticize Van Dijk because he had a good game here, but yeah, if Van Dijk sticks his foot out, yeah, Jared Bowen.
We're here for the Van Disney slander. I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here for the Van Disney slander. But if Van Dijk sticks his foot out here, it's a Randy Orton punt. Bowen's losing his head, concussion. Just cut him out. So not a lot Van Dijk can do about that. Liverpool come back into the second half, and Alexis McAllister with the assist off of Darwin Nunez. Yeah, Darren. It's our mate. It's our boy Darren. I'm gonna call him Darren. That's it now. Darren Nunez. Actually, do you know what? Let me change that. Bear with me here. I'm gonna call him. It's our boy Darren. There we go. Darren Nunez. Oh God. Dear me. Right. He scores off a good volley. Continuing the fine form so far in the league. Pretty much game over from there on, but it would be the final nail in the coffin would be a Diogo Jota tap-in off a Van Dijk assist. 3-1, but West Ham, they fall down to 7th, but very good showing for them despite the win. But it's Anfield. You can't go to Anfield and expect, let's just steamroll them. But yeah, Rich, any thoughts on the West Ham game?
Yeah, they're going to be very gutted. Like you said, when you go to Anfield, you're going to have to take your chances. And apologies for the background noise. There's, like I said, my 2 girls and Nyla's friends around too.
That sounds chaotic.
Yeah, I'm trying to hide. But yeah, listen, you got to take your chances.
Mm.
You've got to take your chances, and they didn't, and they got punished.
Yep.
Liverpool, hey, they're going under the radar, you know.
Yeah, up to second now. Up to second. Right. Now, this one I'm going to enjoy, and all for the correct reasons. Sean Longstaff, Dan Burn, Sven Botman, Callum Wilson, Anthony Gordon, Miguel Almiron, Bruno Guimaraes, Alexander Isak. What do those 8 players have in common? Well, they all scored a goal in a flawless victory for Sheffield. I believe Rich has his own thoughts on this one as well.
This ain't looking good, man. It's not looking good at all.
He's here in clip form, and he's here in live form as well. So thank you very much. Also, I'm literally Hickenbottom must have just gone.
Hold on. What's this guy doing?
Did you change the brand?
Like something's wrong. Like
because the brands there we go. I had to, just because the clip that JC clip is hilarious.
Gotcha.
I'm learning on the job here. Right, so Sheffield's worst home defeat in history. Bramall Lane has never seen the likes of an 8-goal thrashing. Need I say any more? It's a flawless victory. Newcastle win. Fatality. Flawless victory. Bit of Mortal Kombat for you lot. Greatest fighting game of all time. We've got another comment. Hey! Big up Extremities. Big up Nicky and Rich.
I know, massive big up to Earth. Like, he was the one that pointed us out to Izzy.
Yes, and we are.
So honestly, thank you so much, Earth. Like, it was just amazing to obviously meet her and just be a part of her amazing day, you know. So thank you very much for that.
Which brings us on to my favourite segment of the Premier League review show. It's time for Baller of the Week. And there are
Can I just say something very quickly before you do that? Sheffield United, the first goal they conceded, Longstaff, they're going to feel very hard done by.
Oh, no, that wasn't a goal.
It was a clear penalty. Guess which ref was on VAR?
It wasn't Darren England again, was it? Because he's already had. Did he have another?
Yep.
Well, he's had 2 assignments this weekend because he was assigned to Luton Town and Wolves as well.
And he had a howler there too.
This ain't looking good, man. It's not looking good at all.
I'm going to switch the brand again just before I do Baller of the Week. Darren England, if you're listening, you are an absolute dickhead. I said my piece.
You know what? I'll be round at JC's later, so I'll make sure we get those clips added to your brand as well for the PO. We'll just make it so much easier for you.
Right. Let's actually. Right, it's time for our favourite segment, Baller of the Week. There are no contenders. This was a landslide. We all agreed that this week's Baller of the Week is friend of the channel, Izzy, for her lovely, lovely story. Now, if you are unfamiliar with this, Izzy found it very, very hard to come to Palace games. She found it overwhelming. And after a number of years of not coming to games, she came to the Fulham game, of which she had a lot of fun. You can go ahead and watch a fan cam with Rich on the channel. And I believe she also met her favourite player, as well as my favourite player as well, Abera Eze, and got some pictures with him and got a signature from him as well. So Izzy, shout out to you. You are Eagle-Eyed Football's Baller of the Week this week.
And well deserved.
And well deserved, of course, of course. Right, let's move on to the other side. Let's find out who's got It's time for Brick of the Week. There is only one choice. Well, now that I heard that they're in England, it's too late. But it's Christian Romero. Unfortunately, he's had a mare this time. The North London Derby, giving away a penalty and also scoring an own goal in the biggest game in Tottenham season. Hopefully, next time it comes around, he does better. So yeah, Christian Romero is Brick of the Week. Let's talk about, where is it? There it is. Team of the Week. Here it is. Oh, the banner's in the way. Sorry, Johnston. I knocked off your name there. There it is. There is Team of the Week. So, chosen by Rich, Sam Johnston goes into goal after a triple save in the first half of the Palace Fulham game. So, he's the only Palace player in here. I do believe, actually, hang on. This marks the first week of the season where a Brighton player is not involved. Yes. Finally. 6 weeks I've been waiting for this. I can actually stop praising them and stop including them in Team of the Week. They are not involved. Right. Defense chosen by me, Dan Burn, James Tarkowski, Sven Botman, and Virgil van Dijk. The midfield, shortened down by Dan, is Bruno, Guimaraes, James Maddison, and Alexis McAllister. And Nate, who, for the love of God, one day will actually choose decent choices, stop actually, guessing and looking who just scored, maybe just decide, let me make some logical choices. But of course he won't, because he's an absolute moron. I said what I said. I will fire shots. I don't care.
Beef.
I'm sorry, but he wants to fire shots at me. I'll fire right back on the show. I believe he did. Hopefully, I hope.
He managed to be taken aside to take a picture and signed her teddy bear and stuff like that as well. So I'm sure he did.
Wonderful. Right, let's talk about. It's time for that's Team of the Week. FPL. It's time for FPL, and I can already see in the top 10 he's fallen off. You were in first a couple of weeks ago. What happened?
Yeah, I made changes that didn't work. Let's just say that.
Well, Steve McKenzie now reigns on top of the table. Claire as well. Jack as well. Nasiri, Aaron, Martin is now in the top 5. We're never going to hear the end of that. Let's all the way go down. We see Chino. RHEA is now in the top 15. She now takes second place on the channel. Shout out to CM, Louis. Oh my God, this is not looking good for me. I was around here somewhere. Shout out James and Maria, Brush. There's JC in 39th. There's Dan. Oh my God, I'm bottom of the channel. If I'm not, wow. So I'm top of predictions, but I'm what? I'm not right. Think of it this.
Wait, there's only 2 people beneath you. Alright, where's your gloating now? It's ain't looking good, man. It's not looking good at all. Listen, the only way is up, right?
I've swapped the predictions for FPL this time. I've made a deal. I'll not care about I'll not care about this. I'm caring about more predictions. I'm trying to avoid the forfeit.
I mean, you didn't care about FPL last season either, though.
I gave somewhat of a push towards it, though. This is tragic.
This is
58 points.
How much have you got?
303. Oh, I know why. It's because I don't even mind sharing my team. It's because I took out It's because I put in cash and I put in Awoniyi. That's the reason why. So I've taken a deduction because of the transfers. But yeah,
fair enough.
it's not looking good there, right?
So you would have been fourth bottom.
I don't want to speak anymore. I don't want to speak. I don't want to speak. Right. Here's the Premier League table. Take it in. Man City remain perfect. They are now the only team to remain perfect. 6 out of 6. Who can stop them? Can Wolves stop them? No. Liverpool, who have Tottenham next. That's going to be a cracking game. They're 2 points behind. Some crap team from the south coast that no one cares about, who no one supports, are in third. Who gives a crap? No one. Spurs up in fourth. Arsenal in fifth. That's going to hurt. Villa and West Ham, Newcastle, Man United. Look at that. Top 10.
We should be on 10 points. I'm not happy.
Yeah. This is good. A double header. We've got them tonight. We've got them on Saturday. I believe you and Dan are making the trip for that. Rich, am I right?
Yeah.
Good luck with that. You go into a crappy stadium.
Yeah, I've been before.
Yeah.
I was there that the Darren Ambrose one. The last time I went.
Oh yes. Hopefully.
The last time I went. So
do you think we can bring Darren Ambrose out of retirement just for one game, please?
Bring anyone back. Could bring anyone back.
Well, actually, before we go off, as I just finish, I want to put something to you. So there's the rest of the table. Mid-table mediocrity. I'm hoping this continues, because they are the drizzling shits of the Premier League right now. The biggest embarrassment in English football. Yeah. Bottom of London. It's where you belong. Sheffield, who are, they've got a point now. So yeah, everyone's got a point now. So everyone is off the mark. Luton Town, who finally have gotten a point there, and that is that. So before we end the stream here, we've just got a comment. Yes. I want this to happen. Rich, Andros Townsend obviously was in the news again. Don't know if you saw his interview on radio. That he said that
I just heard it.
Yeah. That he obviously was supposed to sign for Burnley on a free.
Yeah, and it got ripped away from him in the last second. Crazy.
Yeah. Now, obviously, we're going through a bit of an injury crisis. Do we just maybe, here, look, do you want to just sign with us for 6 months? It's like when we signed Sacco.
You know what? A lot of people were talking about the Balassi figure, and it's like, oh, that's nostalgia. Don't bring him back.
But Townsend,
I think with Townsend, I would, especially with our current injury crisis.
Yeah.
A bit of experience.
Known to the fans.
Yeah, he knows he just knows Palace.
Yeah, I'm not saying that.
I would agree. Yeah, give him a contract to the end of the season.
Yeah, and if he does well enough, do you know what? Give him a rolling contract, because what's the worst that could happen there?
Yeah, to be fair, knowing Parish, we won't sign anyone again anyway. So
exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the Premier League review show. We are finishing 10 minutes before the hour mark, so yay. You can stick around on the channel to watch our live stream reaction to...
Watch along.
Thank you. Watch along. Just thought, could you do a show on what Palace would have got for $1 billion? $1 billion? $1 billion? Oh, God. Oh, I'm having a mess. I'm tired. Could you do a show on what Palace would have got for £1 billion? It would have been a lot better than what Chelsea got. We would have probably got a £1 billion contract.
You know what? That might be an idea, you know.
Do you know, it's a good idea.
Build, so we may be able to, maybe what if we all built our own Palace teams, we've got unlimited funds, who would we sign based on today's like full football? You know what? Earth, please remind us, that's international break.
Yes.
Something would please remind us. And you know what, Earth? We want you involved in that as well. It's your idea. We want you on the show. You join us with that. Let's do that.
Yeah, that's a fantastic idea. Right. Let me try this again. Take 2. Action. You can join us later on tonight for the watch along for Manchester United versus Crystal Palace in the Carabao Cup. Fourth round? Third? Fourth?
Third.
Got it.
Third.
God damn it. Third round. If we win, we get through to the 4th round. Yes, so please join us for that.
I believe it's scheduled at the moment for 7:45, I believe.
7:45. So there you go. So join us. Kickoffs at 8, I believe. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, join us. Yeah. Pretty much that. So we'll from Rich and I, we'll see you in a couple hours.
Absolutely.
Until then, keep it flying. This is Eagle Eye Football. I need to find the intro. Outro.
The outro. Sort it out, mate. Up the Palace.
Oh, this is my intro. Eagle.